Yeah, but they pointed at the WrestleMania sign, and fire was coming out. Not like just exploding fireworks everywhere like everyone else. Like fire, like Booker T was coming back.
Imagine. And the Fiend just does the spinneroonie in the ring. Like, what the hell are they on? What are they on?
So obviously, I had not much options today with the thumbnail. I have this exact same thing from a different angle.
Angle 2. Randy Orton looks like me right now in the middle of this show where I just want to take a nap. And Manny's like, let's do the show. I'm like, I'm just going to sleep, Manny. I'm going to sleep. 5 more minutes.
And then obviously, there was this one.
She's really on those drugs. She's really on that bad shit.
It doesn't look like what Boa was on.
Yeah, but you know what? She's on the stuff Boa's on, but you can tell she has better shit. Because Boa was living hard.
Boa looked like he'd been scratching. Like
she looks functional, but also still kind of crazy.
And then,
like you can imagine her just being at the kids being traumatized by looking at their mama on drugs, but they still kind of love her. Boa's fucked up.
And then there was this one which I was going to settle on, but then I was like, the impact of the first one was just too much.
She's really angry in that one. Ah! You got a title. Why are you so mad? You got a title shot for just being here. Charles faking COVID.
All she did was turn up and then just point at the sign.
Yeah. You did nothing to get this title shot. Nothing. You lost on your way to out of NXT, and you just stroll up in here and get a title shot because Charlotte's man left? Get out of here. White privilege right there.
Or would you like the last attempt at a thumbnail?
Sure. This image sums up our entitled show. Manny, you're Lana. I get to be Naomi. And this is us doing the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
Do you know what needs to be explained about this one, though?
Yes.
Why are they wearing Dolph Ziggler's jackets? From way back in the time.
I have no idea what their whole thing is. How dare they demand that they deserve a rematch? You guys are trash.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh, check out the Marcus Manny show. I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous. Hey! Again, 4 weeks without Billy Camp.
4 weeks.
This is injustice.
4 weeks.
And I have to watch Pei do her weak-ass kicks? This is bullshit. 100%. And I do not approve. In fact, we are back in this revolution. I was done with the revolution that said Billy Kay deserved better because she was getting better. But now that I see that her and Bayley have both been held off TV for X amount of time, I am outraged, I am frustrated, and I demand a refund from WrestleMania. And I am now Manny. And I'm going to say this right now. If they are not on this week's edition of SmackDown, I am canceling my WWE subscription.
Peacock.
Peacock. You barely work. Peacock. I hate you, Peacock. I hate you, Peacock. I do. But it's all the fans' fault because nobody subscribed to the WWE Network, which is a better service. And then because they bitched them on about everything, little thing. But we had everything. And now look at us in our second relationship with the Peacock. And it's nothing. It's nothing what we used to have.
Do you want to take a breath while I introduce us both?
Yes, I'm going to sip this water.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes. And I'm joined by... Eric the Booth.
Hi, Eric the Boo Boo Baron, aka the hater from Wisconsin who don't have Marcus's rent because he done skipped the town. He done flew the coop.
We've just got loads of comments right now. So the Fiend looks like the Toxic Avenger. Mm-hmm. Yep, me and Eric ran that joke on Sunday Live. Alexa doing the iZombie look. I never watched that. Did you watch iZombie?
No. But I seen the commercials of it because I watched SmackDown. And I'm going to say Luchador probably the same way. I think the only people that have seen iZombie have watched SmackDown because the commercial was always on.
Eric, Alexa likes the D. Eric's favorite news female superstar.
Because all over Randy Orton. People were out of control. She grinded on Randy Orton on national TV, and I thought that was television.
Hater in the house. Marcus is angry today.
Of course I am. I'm on an hour's sleep and I had to watch Monday Night Raw. The worst goddamn wrestling show to be tired and have to get through.
Peyton's kicks look softer than Luchasaurus.
Peyton kicks are the worst kicks in the world. I hate her. Insult Amore reference. I don't even know if we're legally allowed to say SWFT. Soft. Those kicks were so lame. I know Asuka is not dead, but her title reign technically is, and it is rolling in her grave.
Okay, so me and Eric had already spoken at length about Fastlane. However, if you watch the watch along, you may just get an insight about what we like to eat.
Was it something like this? This is what your Fastlane view? I reckon I like fried shrimp, bubblegum shrimp, peanut butter shrimp, popcorn shrimp.
Well, Shantae delivered In and Out to Eric midway through the show.
Damn it! I gotta get one of those wives to do that. Get some In and Out for me. That sounds delicious.
So Eric has said, I haven't watched, but I figured this will be entertaining and a distraction. How dare you?
I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to be your muse. I am here to lay down the facts. We are not here to entertainment. This is a study. This is a study of mankind today. That's what we're going to see. Yes, a burnt marshmallow that's attacking Randy Orton right now.
Okay, let's just kick off. So Fastlane kicked off with the kickoff match, which was the United States Championship match between Riddle and Mustafa Ali. Riddle wins, and that is the end of Retribution, it seems like.
You don't know that. Maybe Reckoning and Slapjack decided to go back and join. They walked out on this day because he was tripping. But T-Bar and Mace were had enough, and they did their finishing move. And I think that's the end of Retribution, but I don't know where they go from here. Does T-Bar become Diamond Dijakovic? And does Diamond Dijakovic continue to tweet like a madman? Does Mace still exist? Or do we just
Mace is going into unemployment after this.
Yeah. Or does he go the route of every Mace, and that's find religion, try to get back in the game, and then become irrelevant once again?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So then we get to the main show, which turns into Slapfest because everyone got a slap in tonight, which is the women's tag team match with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeating the Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. And after the match, Sasha slaps the eyelashes off of Bianca Belair.
And I hated that slap so much. I was like, oh. Like, I approved the breakup and the irrational logic of Sasha Banks of being upset with Bianca, even though Sasha had fucked up everything. And lost to, and then, you know, and then she slapped Lashley, and then Bianca just goes, okay, girl, okay.
Okay.
You done beat the shit out of me, girl. Okay, you slapped the shit out of me. Okay. I'm going to point at this WrestleMania side and act like you just slapped the lashes off my face. I'm going to just do that, okay? You didn't just slap me into WrestleMania. You slapped me all the way back to the Royal Rumble. Okay, girl.
Wes said Montez felt that slap. Eric then says you hated it because it wasn't a dive? Question mark.
Maybe if she would have dove at her, I feel like it would have been more relevant than just her
what diving slap.
A diving slap. You've never seen no shit like that in your life. It just you do that in slow motion 8 times. Put that in 8K.
So Braun Strowman defeated Elias after Shane McMahon got him to sub in because he hurt himself.
Yeah, I think we need to go to WWE and have an intervention and just jump in there and talking about seriously with this shit. Seriously, do we need this? Do I need earlier tonight? Shane McMahon is warming up and then he falls down and then all of this. I don't want any of this.
So, we get the Intercontinental title match between Big E and Apollo, which was a weird ending. Like, I think I was distracted talking with Eric, so obviously your focus ain't 100% on the match.
I was driving.
Yeah, and then I rewatched it the next day, and I was like, what kind of finish is this? And then obviously Apollo got his heat back with multiple slapping of Big E.
I was like, what is this, Dynamite?
And then, but me and Eric went into depth about the discussion about the shorthand slap Apollo was doing, not the big swing.
Menti, that is a Nigerian slap, okay? That is a slap of a prince, okay? I do not have to extend my arm. There is no extension of this one. This is the basic slap in your face. More disrespectful. 10 times disrespectful. This is like a baby being slapped. Because you don't want to kill the baby, but you are an abusive father.
Seth Rollins defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, which was another good match, in my opinion.
It was
really good fun to watch.
I enjoyed the spot where Seth did the jump off the knee, back kick, then into the stomp. Like that finish was nice. I like that.
And then, it was. I don't know where they go with Shinsuke from here, but
it's the same place they always go with Shinsuke.
Nowhere.
It's like his music is him falling off a cliff. Man. And then splat. That's where his career goes. Thank you, Shinsuke.
And then Drew McIntyre defeated Sheamus in a no holds barred match.
And they killed each other.
I'd like to take a moment of silence for those people we lost in the Thunderdome.
Well, the moment to me, everybody, when he threw him into the side and it exploded, I was like, exploding barbed wire deathmatch this is, huh? Is that the route we're going with?
It was a bear explosion.
Yeah.
And it was shot better.
And then when they were breaking stuff in there, I was like, I don't know why this match just reminded me of the board game Guess Who, in which you're just slapping down people in the monitor. Does you have blonde hair? No. That's what it was like. But what a brutal match, and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre could never do any wrong. They're just not those type of they're those dudes.
And then obviously the Fiend has returned.
Did he? I don't know who that was. That was a zombie. That looked like something I took a shit out. I shit out earlier this morning. Looked at it. It was like, that's what happens to food.
I'm telling you now, though, I enjoyed every second of that Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton in the what I like to now call. It wasn't a no DQ match. It wasn't anything. Do you know what it was, Marcus?
Yes.
The social distancing match.
But wrestling is like in the COVID. I would love to tell my kids to flashback. What wrestling was like in 2020, even though it's the wrong year, it's 2021. I was like, remember that we had a pandemic, and then it was like, this is how they wrestled. They never touch. Oh my God, she has superpowers? She had projectile, son. She invented the projectile game.
She had projectile, son.
She invented it. You know how we left the dive era of wrestling, and Alexa Bliss is interested in the projectile era. We have finally advanced into Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter level. She went Yoga Flame, Yoga Fire.
Randy blocked one though. Randy came into defense like, nope. He knew it was coming. He knew it was coming.
Not today, bitch. Wonder Woman. I don't know. I was, when this match started, as tired as I was, it was like a shot of like adrenaline, because I wanted to go, so what are they going to do? And then when it started, I went, oh shit, this is old. And then when she dropped the lights on up, I was like, what power does she have now? What is her superpower? Is that telekinesis? What did she do right there? Or who is getting fired in the Thunderdome? I feel like they were destroying the Thunderdome tonight. We're like, we don't need this shit anymore. We got real people now. Destroy this motherfucker. I didn't know how far they stood her power. I thought she was gonna blow up the ring and say that was the end of Fastlane.
Well, I like two things about this. She struck the pose.
You know what? Kudos to Alexa Bliss, gimmick stiller. She does everybody else's gimmick better than they do it. She does that pose better than Randy Orton does that pose. Who can't do the pose anymore because he's still coughing up fluid.
And obviously, he appeared.
The lava lamp, Braun Strowman. He showed up, when he showed up, I was enthralled. I do like the look. I like the mask and that he is burnt and decrepit and all fucked up and stuff. But it did bring out a laughter going like, oh shit. I can't wait for the latest Fiend interview. He's back. He's back.
That's all I got from that. Like in the middle of the night when I was like trying to sleep, so I was watching the Steve Austin and Randy Orton interview, Broken Skull sessions.
Yeah.
Do you remember from Harry Potter when Voldemort first resurfaced?
Yes.
And then
the Dark Lord had returned.
He's back. He's back. Because no one believed Harry that he was back, and then when they eventually saw him in the Ministry of Magic, and everyone screaming, "He's back!" That's what I remember. That's what I thought of when the Fiend returned.
Yeah, I mean, he is back. He now has incorporated the power of fire.
And Eric said the superpower has been a vindictive bitch, which seems more menacing with the picture he has for his.
Again, I have stated on the show, nothing is scarier than a white woman. You don't know what else they can do. Multiple crimes were committed tonight. Although, when she got on top of Randy Orton, I was like, they're creating s'mores. Black ass Randy Orton. Feast the marshmallow. I'll be Alexa Bliss the marshmallow, and you got this chocolate brimstone that's about to come on. Oh, yes. So, bad day for Randy Orton in the office. Can't wait to see them have a regular wrestling match at WrestleMania where the Fiend is going to try to take him down in a technical sense. In which he goes full Daniel Bryan and is jabbing ribs, working on the legs, going to take Randy down. I was like, I got a ground game, you don't.
And so we get to the main event, which is the Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, and the pettiness of Old Man Edge. So when Daniel Bryan inevitably gets added to this match on Friday, Edge has got no one else but himself to blame for this.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and he just lost control, lost the plot. He got tired of shit happening to him. I mean, he could have did the right thing, which I've seen in multiple matches, is wake up the original ref after you did the count. But no, he chose, I am going to referee this. And when Jey Uso got that ass, and then Daniel Bryan hit him with a chair, It was like, you ruined it. It was like a kid on his birthday who wanted a Power Ranger birthday but got a Ninja Turtle birthday. And he was really upset about seeing Michelangelo and Raphael there instead of the Red Ranger and, of course, everyone's favorite Green Ranger. He was really pissed. You ruined my birthday. WrestleMania is going to be my moment. I hate you guys. I hate all of you. Paul, I hate you just because you win them.
So... This is a good question. With me and Eric both raised the question because I didn't know the role of the special enforcer. Because obviously Mike Tyson counted the count at WrestleMania 14 when he was special enforcer. But apparently the special enforcer is only meant to patrol the ring. He's not meant to become the referee.
No, every single time the special enforcer is out there, he is also considered enforcer / special guest referee. So in case shit goes wrong.
So no one came down. Until the very end, where, as I referred to on the live stream, that pretty referee that thinks he's too pretty came down.
Pretty dangerous.
He does. No, this referee does his eyebrows. He always has a fresh cut. Sometimes I've seen him wear lipstick.
Hey, Manny, don't hate him. Let him live his life. He's a referee. You know who he is. At least he's not the referee who went every time Eric sees the tan referee, he goes, this match is going to be fire. Tan referee's in it. He's super tan today, so you know this match is going to be 7 stars. But I'm going to justify the referee not showing up, as in the referees and the officials knew the role of the enforcer, a la watching the footage of Shawn Michaels versus Steve Austin and Mike Tyson, who said the president of Central Enforcers. Is that you become the referee once the referee goes down. And so the referee was like, should we run? And the referee goes, no, we have a special enforcer out there, guys. He's going to make sure everything's on the up and up. He has an official license today. So we're not going to run out there. Oh, no, the enforcer did what enforcer does. He attacked. What do we do? Run out there? I think he had, and then when he starts walking, they go, he's not doing the job more. Someone has to call the match. Referee run.
So you telling me the source material was from 23 years ago?
Yes.
Oh.
They understand the role of the special enforcer. This is what they do. This is what you have to do.
Edge was doing a free count because he didn't take the ref shirt off him. He doesn't have to at that point if he's a special enforcer. No.
Special enforcer doesn't have to do that. Unless you're Bailey trying to screw somebody, that sounds terrible. Unless you're Bailey trying to make a ridiculous finish, you don't take the shirt off the referee. The enforcer doesn't have to do anything. Mike Tyson wore a D-Generation X shirt and screwed Shawn Michaels in that match. Shawn never asked for a rematch. You want to know why? Not because he was injured, but because he knew the special enforcer counted him out.
I thought you were trying to take a shot at Lana and Naomi there. But El Luchador says Eric needs his own star rating system. Eric could be the new Meltzer, but he's pro WWE. However, we do have our own star rating system. Check out Run-In Review Show.
Yes. Where we will review multiple matches. I don't know if we have one for...
No, the idea was probably do Daniel Bryan versus Roman, but... none of us decided to book anyone, so we're not doing it. Plus, we're both tired.
I don't even know where I would have fit that in today or Monday or any time this time period. If I only had time travel powers, I would be able to do this, but no, I do not. But I'm assuming that's next for the Fiend, right? I mean, he's impervious to fire. Maybe Alexa Bliss could throw ice. And then, Randy Orton's like, haha, in this match we have at WrestleMania, I'm going to get time travel, and I'm going to attack Bray Wyatt before Bray Wyatt becomes Bray Wyatt.
Oh, God.
So Husky Harris. So he's going to kill Husky Harris in NXT.
What's he going to use? The New Day Time Machine?
Kofi. I'm going to use your time machine, and then when he goes back too far, stupid. I'm not used this. It's silly. It's not even real.
Right, let's move into Monday Night Raw. So, Monday Night Raw kicked off serious because it's Bobby Lashley versus Sheamus in a great opening match. I enjoyed this.
Man, Sheamus, I don't know. I'm gonna say he's like a fine wine right now, and he is carrying Monday Night Raw on his shoulders with delivering matches on matches on matches, and just abusing himself. At the end of this match, as Sheamus was tired and beaten up by two black men, I was going, I need Sheamus versus Walter before he dies.
Yeah, I want that. I want that.
Sheamus is going to die doing these matches. Like, he is just putting out banger after banger. And he's not going to get any reward for this. The United States title match with Riddle is going to be a banger if he does go down that route. And it's just, it's not.
So let's talk about that though, because I enjoyed that backstage segment. So obviously Drew McIntyre comes out and helps Sheamus after he gets attacked by Cedric and Shelton after the match, and then Matt Riddle just interrupts Sheamus's talking.
Yeah,
just being annoying. Like, hey, have you seen the Loch Ness Monster? Have you has Drew gone to his house in Ireland?
he was like an annoying kid, and I felt like there was a double switch tonight, a double turn tonight, in which, similar to the Austin Bret Hart, but this was even more brilliant, in which you had all the sympathy for Sheamus, who's been beaten up, jumped, who's having matches, and he's just going through it all. And then you have this annoying little motherfucker on a scooter just talking nonsense. And Sheamus just had enough. He had snapped on him and attacked him. And Matt Riddle deserved everything that happened to him.
Yep.
I'm officially saying Matt Riddle is a heel, and this should be in Minnesota as being the most annoying person in the back as a heel.
So late in the back, Lashley states he didn't need Shelton and Cedric's help.
Made him look bad.
Yeah. MVP said they embarrassed Bobby Lashley by making him appear that he couldn't beat Sheamus. And they embarrassed Lashley like they did the embarrassment they had when they lost the tag team titles last week.
Manny, I'm going to quote the great Rick James on this one. They should have never gave these niggas money. Because that's the way MVP and Bobby Lashley was acting. Like, they didn't even know Shelton and Cedric. Because it was so... I was like... He's right, though, because he had to beat Sheamus straight up. Otherwise, he isn't better than Drew. He isn't better than Drew, and they made him look weak.
Was this supposed to be Keith Lee's spot, is what Wes has asked?
For what, Lashley?
I don't think... I think Keith Lee in the spot would have been horrible if he was WWE champion right now.
MVP with Keith Lee might work better, because if MVP's doing all the talking...
Is MVP more the underboss, kind of like... I can't remember his name in Bullet Club. Fale.
Well, Fale actually, I guess, but I feel like he's more of an imposing force. MVP just seems like somebody you just beat up because he's an old man.
Yeah, so I would potentially have Keith Lee with the Hurt Business and Keith Lee going against Riddle. That makes more sense to me.
Would you update the Hurt Business and kick out some people and add Keith Lee and Ricochet instead of Shelton Benjamin and Alexander? I might keep Alexander in there.
I think you keep Cedric because although Cedric's got enough of a rub now that he could probably go on his own, but I dread if they remove him, he's going back to where he was.
Yep, and that is catering.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he has a Nigerian accent and a spear. The spear came back this week, and I was upset. I thought he had a chance to get rid of it. He lost the guys, but kept the spear.
So, yeah.
But they did make Lashley look bad to going off
they
there.
Did.
And it did. And I understand what MVP, the almighty champion, and MVP was coming from.
He said we need a sister in the Hurt Business. Well, it should be Naomi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Naomi should be done playing around with Lana.
I don't understand why... When they were sitting at ringside, it looked like the two of them didn't even want to be there. I feel like this is a step down for Lana, who was just going through tables. I feel like Naomi's above this. I don't even know what the reason of them teaming together is. They are on the level of Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose on the island of irrelevancy.
You almost want to think that the thing that says business on Naomi's arm is a sign that her business, but it ain't.
Yeah, but she would be perfect in her business. It would help them.
If anyone needs a change up in gimmick, it's Naomi, because this glow gimmick is nonsense now.
It's run its course. There's no crowd there to get hyped. It's not like she's achieving anything with this tag team. Natty and Tamina blows these two teams out the water.
Yeah.
Blows them out the water. Total diva tag teams, basically.
And then we get Asuka versus Peyton Royce. They replay the Peyton Royce segment from Raw Talk a few weeks ago. I still didn't buy the give me a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
And like do you know what? It was an okay match. It was okay. But I see, like, I had trouble sleeping last night. So like I constantly logged on to the mid-card mess like whenever I woke up. And then people were giving way too much credit for to Peyton Royce. And so I hadn't even watched Raw yet. So like I'm coming into this thinking, oh, Peyton Royce did something. And then when I watched it this morning, I'm like, no, this is all Asuka.
All she was doing was tightroping her mediocrity. That's what she was doing. And it was Asuka mostly doing all the work, trying to get every ounce of Peyton Royce she can. Peyton Royce kicks are the worst kicks in the history of wrestling. Like they're I don't know who taught her how to kick.
Luchasaurus taught
her. But no, even Luchasaurus in his slow-mo kicks are not as slow as Peyton, and at least looks like when they connect, like that slow-mo could have some impact. Her impact is just like it's non-existent. And I don't know. Just they upgraded the Aussies after the match, basically.
Yeah, so basically Rhea Ripley made her debut and at the end of this match, and Peyton Royce pretty much became an afterthought.
Who?
And then makes a claim at the women's title by just pointing at the sign.
Now,
obviously Charlotte's got COVID, but
do you believe that story?
No, not for a second. Obviously, no. It's due to Andrade being released, but so Andrade's been released without a 90-day non-compete, and I think with the rumors floating about this, Charlotte was the one that said I was pulling strings for that. In return, like in regards to like she'll probably stand out WrestleMania or something like that.
Yeah, and she, you know what? Good for her to use her star power for evil, and for those who hate the Charlotte, this is her using her power for good, and yet she's still going to get the Charlotte hate. They're going to be happy Andrade shows up in New Japan or AEW or Impact or whatever the hell he chooses to do with his future endeavors, quote unquote. You need to thank Charlotte for any of that, but somehow it's going to create more Charlotte hate.
Well, so this Charlotte thing, I hope that I'm talking like Keith Lee. I hope that their relationship actually pans out, because what she's done is potential career suicide. Even though her name would probably get her a job anywhere else, so it's not totally career suicide.
Yeah, she's okay. She's almost Teflon. Her ability in the ring and her name and everything that goes along with Charlotte Flair, the hate and love. She can do whatever she wants, and Vince would be like, "Damn, this is a star pull. This is like a John Cena going, nah, man, I'm not gonna do WrestleMania unless Nikki Bella's on that card, homie." And it's like, God damn it, you motherfucker, John, you a no good motherfucker. I can't believe you did some shit like that. And I'm not saying Andrade and Nikki Bella are on the same level wrestling wise. I'm just saying that's what the card is.
So, Rhea Ripley WrestleMania title match. Is it worth it? Is she the right move? I think that's the only right challenger on the Raw Women's roster right now.
Well, there is no Raw Women's roster. It's trash. It's trash. Like, they need to honestly do, and I know this may be the wrong term, they do a pillaging. That would be probably the better word. Yeah, the other part you don't really need. A pillaging of the NXT roster and just throw them all on Raw and SmackDown. The main roster needs an upgrade in women. They do, because it just seems like they have. It's just your Dana Brooks and Naomi's around, and you don't have many, you don't have that talent pool from like NXT has, where they just be like, we're gonna throw some random women out there. And as much as we hate Ember Moon, if she was on the Raw or SmackDown roster right now, she has to be like the number 4th or 3rd best women's wrestler on the show at that point.
Yeah, but I would disagree with the fact that there's more talented people on NXT than Ember Moon right now.
Yeah. I know. You say that.
It's true. It's not like I'm lying.
You are a liar. You're a liar. Let Ember Moon have her moment, okay, damn it.
No.
She is a tag team champion. She's one half of a tag team champion.
And then there was also one person wishing Rhea Ripley all the best of luck.
This guy is the most random character in NXT because he'll show up for like 2 weeks straight, and then you won't see him for like 4 months, and then he shows up again. I think he was on another spill of not showing up again.
So,
diving manager.
I honestly think he's my new Leon Ruff.
Malcolm Bivens Enterprises is just the greatest enterprises in wrestling.
The thing is about the Enterprises, and it's like the Robert Stone brand. They're not on TV nearly enough.
Yes. They need to merge the companies so they can at least keep 2 wrestlers.
Go on.
I was like, he lost Indusher for whatever reason.
They're gonna be on an NXT India, I presume.
Yeah, but you would think that them or Jinder would be just doing stuff right now, just for no reason. Don't just hold for NXT India.
Marcus, I got some breaking news. I've heard that Malcolm Bivens has been scouting for his next opponent. I can't remember his name. Tyler Rust's next opponent.
Yeah. I saw this fool at the Fiend's, digging up the Fiend's ashes after the Inferno match, and was like, Tyler Rust is going to fight the Fiend tonight. And then just scooping the ashes into the ring so Tyler Rust get a pin. Somehow Tyler Rust still loses the match. Allegedly. Honestly, this should be the image whenever we have Dirt Sheet news. Whenever there's Dirt Sheet news, this is the guy you go to, right? When he's out there, hey, you hear about allegedly Charlotte has COVID and she tweets it, and that's why she's probably going to miss WrestleMania. And all allegedly is Malcolm Bivens in there going like, I can't hear what she's telling the doctor right now, but I'm assuming that's the case.
So, we make it onto Miz TV. Let's make this a nice short segment of The Miz challenges Bad Bunny to a match at WrestleMania, which he accepts and calls him a bitch after hitting him with a guitar. And they drop a preview of their new single, Hey Hey Hop Hop, which actually sounds like a little banger.
Anything better than what Flo Rida has ever did for WrestleMania, by the way.
And then The Miz defeats Jeff Hardy in a very quick, forgettable match.
Yeah. Justice for Jeff. Nah, I don't even care enough. But this segment seemed long for me.
Bivens is the one who made Shaq disappear from the ambulance.
Quick, Tyler, pin Shaq! Pin Shaq! Now you have a victory over a 4-time champion. I'm not going to say NBA. I'm just going to say
champion is a champion.
Yep. Champion's a champion. You got cred. Oh. Oh, back to the storyline. Singles match. Agree or disagree if this should happen?
What? Bad Bunny.
But that's not a tag match.
Well, you know where this is going. I feel like the person that's losing out on this really is Damian Priest.
Yeah.
It probably should have been a tag match, so Damian Priest gets that bump. But this is going to do numbers for the Latin community, Latin viewership.
Yep, a singles match it's a bold move. It's a bold move. And I'm going to say, Bad Bunny must have showed them something in his performance in the training that they're going like, I think he could do this. And not only that, he could do this with the safest wrestler we got. The Miz, who never injures nobody or never gets hurt. I feel like they may pull this off. And I'm assuming at some point this is going to be no DQ and they're going to hit each other with a bunch of kendo sticks.
Do you know, I'm tired of seeing guitar shots now.
Guitar shots? I thought you were going to say kendo stick stops.
No,
I hate the kendo stick.
No, I'm tired of seeing the guitar spot. Mainly because it's Elias' thing. So let him have his thing.
Don't you take that away from Jeff Jarrett. That is Jeff Jarrett's thing.
Jeff Jarrett's retired now. And
that's his legacy.
And I just want someone hit with a keyboard at one point.
That seems like that hurts like hell.
So we move further on to AJ Styles and Omos.
Manny, can we meet in the middle and hit people with guitars?
Yes.
I want the guitars to stay alive. You want a keyboard? We go guitar. Right in the middle.
I feel like you'd have to take a trip to the 80s to get those.
We got what's that retro wrestler name on NXT? In 205 Live? I forget his name. Retro whatever. With the mustache. He could bring back the guitar in this match.
So AJ and Omos. AJ states to Omos that they can't lose at WrestleMania. Kofi states, as a pirate, that in order to become tag team champions, doesn't one have to become a team? And no Kofi, we have seen numerous teams thrown together that wasn't teams and have become tag team champions. Look at your women's tag team champions.
Look at every single tag team champion in the history of the WWE. Every major tag team that you remember in the WWE is a makeshift tag team. Whether it's the Rocket Sock Connection, whether it's John Cena and Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin and Triple H.
Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels.
Just go to the pool. Kane and Undertaker.
Kane and Daniel Bryan.
RVD and Kane, every Kane tag team.
Booker T and Gold Dust. Although great promos, I give him that. Backstage segment's great. Kofi sees a small man overcompensate his lack of size, a wee man hiding behind a giant to do all his evil bidding. They try to continue drive a wedge between Omos, asking him his favorite color, favorite ice cream, and favorite superstar, all onto mauve. I never knew that was a color. It seemed like a fake color.
Yeah.
His favorite ice cream is peanut butter caramel, and his favorite wrestler is Andre the Giant, which I don't believe is true because I don't think he's old enough for that.
No, I was like, lies. His favorite wrestler, Manny, his favorite wrestler is Paul White in the Big Show.
Yeah, he's lying.
That's what he needed to say. It's the Big Show, but he couldn't say it. He couldn't say Kane. That's the mayor of Knox County too. And he had no more big man to pull for a legacy of big man. And Undertaker wasn't big enough to be almost his friend.
We could have had Great Khali, but he didn't go that direction. So AJ Styles.
I would have went Giant Gonzalez.
No, I wouldn't have gone Giant Gonzalez. AJ Styles versus Kofi Kingston. I really enjoyed this. With just another reason that Kofi is being held back in the tag division. With Big E going into singles, it's more evident that the New Day has run its course.
There's something about AJ and Kofi whenever I see them lock up, I feel like this is a rivalry renewed, even though it's not really. It just seems like they should have had this epic rivalry at some point in the WWE, and I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's the Intercontinental title, US title, or even the heavyweight title. But
could you imagine this? Imagine this match as like a US title match. It would have been incredible.
Yeah, or even a heavyweight title match. It's just two veterans who've been, just coming up. They're about the same age. I think AJ's like a few years older, but it just seems like. This is a feud. This is one of those feuds that isn't a feud, but it's one of those all-time feuds where I'm like, if I ever see them match up, I go like, it's gonna be a good match. They can't have a bad match. They can't.
So obviously Kofi picks up the win after Woods gets involved.
He hasn't used the horn in a long time, and AJ can only blame himself because almost had everything under control. He was going to
almost had nothing under control.
He was going to shove that tuber up his ass.
So we get a Drew McIntyre versus Cedric and Shelton. If Drew wins, those two are banned from ringside at WrestleMania. It was a nice little match. It pushes the story along. Cedric ate that Claymore. Like, he sold that. Yeah. He sold that.
All right. But then, who had the better Claymore, though? Sheamus or Cedric? Which one did you like better? Sheamus from Fastlane or this one? Because I thought Sheamus took a hell of a Claymore at Fastlane.
Sheamus took a hell of a Claymore, but that's more. Those two were friends, so there was more realism behind that one. Yeah,
I kicked the shit out of you.
Yeah, there was more realism in it. Whereas Cedric, he did a front flip.
Yep. See, I enjoy the theatrics of the front flip. But the physicality of Sheamus, there are two different Claymores.
Yeah.
The Claymore, I'm starting to grow to me as one of the all-time great finishers because I like it. I don't know. It looks like it knocks the fuck out of people. It wasn't a move that I was sold on when he was first doing it at NXT. And I was like, whatever. I'd rather him do a DDT. But the more he does it now, I feel like he's perfected it, and it really looks good on anybody he hits.
Okay, so in the lumber chat, we've got big men that he could have picked. Almost. He could have had Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash? Not bad quads. You never want to pick that. Test. Dead. That's no offense, but it was a lot of steroids there.
Kurgan.
What a bad choice.
Everybody come see the greatest show. Heidenreich.
Ooh, rapist.
Yeah, rapist. Michael Cole has never been the same.
Is he about to go Luchasaurus with that?
No, it's between him and Luchador. Nathan, you lose instantly saying Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones is a movie star. All right, Nathan Jones is the greatest movie star in the history of the business next to The Rock, who have left wrestling. He just shows up in random action movies, and you go like, shit, that's Nathan Jones in that way. Like, it's something you'll never forget. I would have picked Luther Reigns if we're going this route.
Luther Reigns.
A name no one's heard in probably over 20 years.
I tell you my favorite segment of Luther Reigns.
When he had peas?
No. So it was when Kurt Angle and Luther Reigns and somebody else took a tranquilizer dart to take down the Big Show and they shaved his head.
That's not bad in the Thanksgiving edition when he shows up on Thanksgiving and he's interrupting the Thanksgiving feast because they didn't invite him, and he's like trying to get food on the plate, and he's just like, put those peas on the plate. I had peas before, but I used to eat soggy bread, and like he's just going over these shitty meals he had. I don't know. That was just the funniest segment to me.
Marcus, Kurt Angle had a harpoon gun. Greatest segment ever involving Luther Reigns. These are the last two. These are the last
versus the harpoon.
This is the last ones I'm reading out. Big Zeke. Ezekiel Jackson. Nah.
The last ECW champion.
Because I still think Ahmed Johnson was a better big man than Big Zeke.
Nah, Ahmed Johnson was trash.
No,
you go back and look at Ahmed Johnson. You go like, this is not it. Like when I was a kid, I used to think that, you know what, this guy's gonna be heavyweight champ. He's a star. When you go back and watch old footage, this is not it. This is not the way. I'm glad he never was. He's not. You know what? Abyss considered a big man? I think not. He was big per TNA standards, but everywhere else he was about average. Like Randy Orton towers over him.
And So when Shelton and Cedric get to the back, Bobby Lashley is furious. Like he shoved Shelton and then put a hit out on Drew McIntyre by seeking out the 24/7 crew. And there was a man back there. I don't have the image, but there was a man back there in a black turtleneck and chain. And I didn't know who this man was till further looking at it. It was more like one of those hacking videos of like enhance, zoom in, enhance, zoom in, enhance.
Manny,
Humberto Carrillo.
That was ripped up. I'm in better shape than anybody back here, Humberto Carrillo. He looked like a grown ass man. He looked like a man. He looking like a man, as they would say on Mad TV. Because I would push that Humberto.
Yeah, and then Ricochet was on TV for a change. Or as he's now going, Drip O'Shea.
Yeah, I thought in this segment, for some reason, I was looking at all these, but I was like, look at these losers. And then Ricochet is sitting right there with him. He's one of them, just a loser. And then I thought when Bobby put the hit on, I thought Ricochet was like, I'll take his ass out. And I was going, finally, Ricochet, you're doing something. Kill him, Richard O'Shea. Get him.
And then the bottom of the barrel continued, where Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, while Lana and Naomi were on commentary versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Reginald shows some athleticism. Reginald.
The fact that Reginald is the only highlight of this match is a sad thing.
No, the sad part is that Reginald's in like 8 different storylines, all involving the women's division. He is the entire women's division. As Alexa Bliss is the main event of the men's, we have Reginald taking over the women's division with his athleticism. The dude's smooth. So, we didn't mention this. Reginald's drip on Fastlane. Fire, innit? Fire. It was a distraction. I think he wins suit. He beat Seth in the suit game. Because Seth, I didn't like the camo suit that he had on. And that you guys showed me. And I was like, he looks like a dirty cow or something. That hasn't shaved. A cow that hasn't shaved in weeks. But... And then, Reginald, he was styling, and Nia Jackson set her boy up better than anybody. I don't understand how Lana and Naomi can claim a rematch. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. No, I don't know what they're talking about. All right, I have a question, though. As we keep the Lana versus Miro storyline going, if they get a rematch, Lana's getting gold. So you say Lana is still in a better position in a company than Miro right now? Yeah, because Miro's only just turned over the new corner. He's got to get past Christian first. He's got to get past Christian, who's already staked claim at the AEW champion. He looked at it. He made full eye contact with it. He's the number 1 contender. He looked at it. He stated it last week. He gonna get past that Christian hurdle. Yep. So are we in the main event now? No. So we gotta get past Elias versus Braun Strowman. No. Where for the first time in ever, Elias got through a song. Yep. Yep. They added sound effects to the running around the ring. Manny. And this is the bullshit I can't believe. Wrestling can do whatever they want. They can have a Burning Man come from under the ring. They can have a person shoot projectiles of fire at people. You can man spits out black fluid. Man spit black fluid. You can have AJ being buried alive and kill off Luke Gallows and the Good Brothers and whatnot. You can have all this spectacle. I'm not believing the choo-choo train. I'm not. Why is the sound guy going, time for my move? It's the lamest thing. It was so lame. This was the lamest thing WWE ever did. Like, if someone told me, WWE went to business, out of business, and this was the starting moment, is when Braun Strowman went choo-choo with this train, I would believe them. Because this was absolute trash. And if they do this at WrestleMania in a full arena, I will really hope people call it the boo train and just start booing right away when that sound effect comes on. So Randy Orton summons the Fiend. This was advertised all night. Yes. I don't know why this advertisement reminded me of something the Inner Circle would do. I don't know why. Because they do all these summons and stuff, and I felt like the Inner Circle summons the Fiend is a segment that needs to happen anywhere on any wrestling show. So, Randy Orton doesn't know what he saw on Sunday, but what he knows is he saw an abomination. No, what Randy abomination, Random, what you were referring to was what you saw in the segment before yours with the choo-choo train. I feel like Randy Orton can say that for multiple segments overall this week. I don't know what I saw when Lana and Naomi were doing commentary. I guess when Mandy rode the fight night, what I saw was an abomination. When Braun Strowman does the choo-choo train, I saw an abomination.
So he says tonight he finishes the job. After tonight, there will be no more mind games, no more Alexa Bliss, no more Fiend. After tonight, the bullshit comes to an end.
Manny, he brought a container of gasoline. Don't he know that's not gonna work? The man's back. The Fiend told us in the interview exclusive on this channel, he is now impervious to fire. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work.
Yeah, but that was a bold claim by the Fiend 2 days after he'd been burned on our show that he's impervious by fire.
He's impervious to fire right now, right? He's a bold claim, and now I know that man's no liar. He believes everything he says, 100%.
So obviously Alexa comes out and tells him to be careful what he wishes for, and the Fiend appears. So Randy has a can of gasoline. He sprays the Fiend. And I've already said that we've already covered that. So Randy drops the Fiend with Randy drops the Fiend with the RKO. The Fiend puts the mandible claw, followed by the Sister Abigail on Randy, as Raw goes off air with Alexa pointing to the WrestleMania sign.
That's on fire again, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like they shot the load with the Inferno match already, though.
Where did it go? I think it's going to have to be a cinematic match. You can't not have a cinematic match now. Yeah. Even though there's fans in attendance, you're going to have a cinematic match.
I feel like with fans in attendance, that should be the end of the cinematic match. But I think this is the last one. This is the coup de grace with. I'm sure they're going to start shooting it. And it's going to be, I feel it's going to be amazing. I want a straight up horror movie better than anything they've ever put together. And I want Darby Allin and Sting to go, fuck, they did that too? Randy Orton fighting zombies with a sword? This is amazing. Amazing.
So obviously, I'm going to put him up now. Followed by, allegedly. So the rumor has it that the go-home shows to Raw and SmackDown are being shot ahead before the WrestleMania week.
Really?
Yeah. So allegedly they're going to be taped.
So why is that?
I think just so they can probably mentally prepare for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Obviously that they need to prepare to have fans in attendance and all that. So like filming a live SmackDown would probably just get in the way.
Yeah.
And obviously, look at all the shit that's going on that week.
Yeah, they have a bunch of shows. I can dig it. And, maybe it's more focused and what Sally did because Drew, there was some small interactions. I think this is still going to be a good WrestleMania. I like that they're advertising which matches are on night 1 and 2. I really like all the matches in WrestleMania. It has a lot of intrigue to me. A lot of stories I can't stand or have disinterest in. But I am curious about Bad Bunny and Miz, how that's going to turn out. The Fiend and Randy Orton, I am curious on how they're going to do that match.
I just need more. I need more random, more crazy. I'm at this point where I need crazy.
Again, I want to see Randy Orton looking at himself in a TV, for Randy Orton to only walk out that TV and we see a match for a quick second of Randy Orton versus young Randy Orton. And
the blue tights Randy Orton where he does the overdrive.
Yes. I want to see someone die in this. It could be a random character of wrestling, I don't care. But they actually blow up in a car for no reason. I don't know. I just want to see everything out of that way.
All I know, it's got to be 100 times better than the WrestleMania match they had previously.
Yeah, that was trash. The House of Horrors match, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, terrible. We've moved past that.
I think there's going to be a reference to it in the match. I bet you there's a reference to it.
I would love for them to flash back to that match, and it's almost time travel, and it's like, this is great. This is so great.
Correct the timelines. Go back in time and correct the timelines so that never happened.
I would love for them to do Justice League Nightmare sequence with Randy Orton in a trench coat with him and John Cena in a desert talking about, John, you're my only friend, all right? Me, you, and the Great Khali are the only ones that set this world right.
Great Khali of all people.
It just be some random characters, and then you like have Alundra Blaze. They're like, what? I'm going to get revenge for what they did to my husband. What is this story? I need more of this. But then the Rock flies down, and he's like, "Oh shit, it's the Rock!" And they're like, like this be epic. There's machine guns. That's what I want. I want directed by Zack Snyder, Randy Orton versus the Fiend.
You know you're gonna get the Joss Whedon cut for WrestleMania. You just know you are.
So they cut out Alexa Bliss, huh? Yeah, Josh Whedon got a little handsy. You know, Josh. But yeah, the Fiend sticking his fingers in Randy Orton's mouth. I feel like it's the most disgusting thing ever. It's just gross. Just the worst tasting barbecue and brimstone. Like, just terrible. No flavor, just ass, basically. Like, you don't even wash your hands in a pandemic. I know it. You look like you just came from a grave. Get your hands out of my mouth.
So that was the end of the show, guys. Nothing else to go. We covered everything.
Yeah. It was an hour flat. You know what? I feel like we brought the energy, even though both of us are dead tired. We brought the energy to a nothing Raw. And a really good Fastlane. By the way, I didn't emphasize how much I enjoyed Daniel Bryan and Roman. I enjoyed that. Even, like, everything about that. Even the ending. I didn't care. It was so much fun. Daniel Bryan strategizing against Roman. And then Roman putting on his chin lock, talking about, this is a vice grip. This is what you were trying to do. This is what you were trying to do. You see, when I put this on, you can't get out. As Daniel Bryan gets out the move. See, you put it on, I get right out. And I was like, you know what? They show a really good cardio because it seems like they're talking and they should be out of breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was like, they put in a lot of work. And that match was like 30 minutes or something. It felt like it was long.
It felt like it was long. The whole show went through really quickly. The only thing that dragged was Shane McMahon and the Shane McMahon, Braun Strowman, Elias segment that went on. That felt like it went on way too long.
Yeah.
But like, hopefully we'll all be doing the watch along for WrestleMania in a couple of weeks. Both nights, come join us. Get in the chat because we're all gonna. We probably won't be. We probably will be drinking this time.
Well, I don't know about WrestleMania. I probably won't be drinking, but I will be drinking for NXT Takeover Night 2 watch along or some shit. I don't know what day it is. It's all the same day. WWE has decided to WrestleMania. You can't have every different indie show going on in the local community. So we're gonna bring all our indie shows and put it on the network and make it seem like it's a big event that no one's gonna watch. No one's gonna watch NXT Prelude. No one's gonna watch any Takeover Night 1 or 2.
Well, we're gonna watch Takeover Night 1.
Yeah.
We're
watching part 2.
Yeah, we're watching part 2 live.
Oh yeah.
So the idea is we'll cover. I don't know if we go an hour before the show to cover AEW and NXT.
An hour before the show is NXT Prelude, which I have to see Walter versus Rampage Brown. Because what if Walter?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Walter is losing. I think Walter's losing that.
I have no faith in Rampage Brown to get the job done. No faith
Rampage
whatsoever.
Brown. The guy is Wes will be drinking for the Hall of Fame. The bad choice, Wes.
So, how are they doing the Hall of Fame this year? Are they doing both classes on one show? Or
yeah, but apparently Batista's not going in this week. Going with him.
I'm assuming it's scheduling with him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I gotta pay and schedule, you know.
I'm sure they could have just recorded his.
Yeah, who knows? Like, they could have just did the Hall of Fame and just said, you know, via Zoom. It's be fine.
But yeah, join us live on that Thursday night as well. It's sure to be wild because I can't take the day off the next day, so I'm still going to have to turn up to work on Friday.
I shall be off. And I got a letter, and the Gaming Commission may not allow me to come back. Who knows? To work. And I'll be like, I'm out of work. Who knows? We'll find out. Stay tuned. So as Marcus' life turns.
So that is the end of the show. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't. And as always, we mentioned, help support the show. Go to www.storefrontier.com/DSPN and buy some Manny and Marcus merch, DSPN merch, or send us money. We'll accept cash in the mail.
Cash is always welcome. Okay, I have never said, no, this cash doesn't fit me. No, cash fits everybody. Okay, everybody looks better with cash. Okay, even Dax Wilder or whatever his name is, Dash Wheeler, looks better with cash. Okay, I'm just saying that's the way you want to live your life. I think he's cash right now. I got it mixed up. I don't know. He's cash, right? He looks better with cash. That's me playing words right there.
So I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus, the grand finale.
You've been watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Peace.
Never coming back.
She's still more over than Peyton Royce.
Yes. Hands down. I feel like if she were to come out at WrestleMania with the resume gimmick, she would get a standing ovation. And not even just crazy wrestling cheers. People will get on their feet and applaud and talk about, that's right, that's justice. That's what we wanted to see. That's what I'm paying to see. And I don't understand why her and Bayley aren't the tag team champions. They should be a tag team champions, damn it. They need to become a thing. She would be the greatest Ed McMahon co-host that Bayley needs for her Ding Dong show.
That isn't even an allegedly. I was going to joke and put the allegedly thing on. It's truth.
Yeah, that's fact. It's fact. It's a proven fact. Oh, by the way, a side note. Have you seen Justice League, Manny?
I've seen the first part and then I fell asleep.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys a nugget. If you want to hear a review of the Justice League 2017, check out the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast from the episode titled Boo 2 for whatever reason. And the
Did you look it up?
Yes, because I remembered that being a hilarious moment, and it still holds up to us talking about how Steppenwolf was a go-getter and all that. How we were Team Steppenwolf way back then. All the Steppenwolf sympathizers now because he's being treated like shit. We were a sympathizer back then. I'm just saying it was funny, and I was like, it was almost an out-of-body experience. Like, I don't remember saying any of this, but it was absolutely hilarious as we compared the movie to Thor Ragnarok.
All things to compare it to.
It came out at the same time, apparently. So it was absolutely hilarious. We were like, this ain't shit, and fuck all this. As a contrast to this right now, like Rhea Ripley will be the review of 2017's Justice League. Right now on the left is me now cosplaying as Darkseid and Justice League Snyder Cut.
I like that they still have smoke all about, because then it just adds to the thing of like he's still on fire.
He should literally come out to CM Punk's old theme song. This fire burns always. Like he's still smoking. Dude walks into the grocery store and they're like, God damn, man, come on. You can't come in here. Not like that.
Hey man, you can't smoke in public.
I'm not smoking. I was set on fire. I've never seen no shit like that in my life. You've never been set on fire before. You smoke for the rest of your life. Okay? I'm constantly shitting like briskets and fucking roast, and people smoke for hours. That's what it's like. I am a walking smoker. That's what I am right now. Hey man, that's secondhand smoke. Can you please go to the smoking section? No, I cannot. I cannot.
Oh man, we've just done it again. Bye guys.